All right, folks, as promised, we're going to get the last confessions and wrap up Child of Light.
Dude.
Now that we've beat the story. So we got 3 left.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 11, and 14.
That's not how it goes. 1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
Crunch.
3.
Yeah,
right.
This one, I had like 7 confessions left whenever I was wrapping up my, the first time that I played.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had them all, and then I looked, and I was like, son of a bitch!
Yeah,
I was
I don't seem
upset.
to have them all. Oh, well.
So when we were just talking before we started recording, I think it's the father who wrote these confessions.
That's who I believe it is. Okay, and we go up here.
Okay.
All right, and then we got one more. And that one, number 11, is... And yes, I did write this down before we started recording.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was like, I didn't think you were just like, nah, I know where they're at.
I got it memorized.
Like...
Alrighty. Then we're going to grab this. And that might be the last of the side quests.
Yeah, I think it was.
Anything left?
Because you got rid of all the monsters, you found the pig.
Whoa! Alright, so up around here is our last confession.
Yeah, it's like... Just go.
Follow the wind, boy! Like the wind, my child!
Part of me almost wishes, like, at this point in the game, like, when everything is said and done, there it is. Jimmy! When everything is said and done, that, like, the harshness of the weather stops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very rare where, like, you complete a game and, like, the post-game actually shows everything restored to normal. Usually it's just, like, the same world
You
full
have,
of
like,
monsters.
an end sequence of, like, things getting better, but if you go back through, it's definitely, it's not better.
All right, so that's all of them. So now, we'll go one by one. I'll read one, you read one.
Okay.
The centuries have been unkind to us. Gods forgotten within white temples fade. Under lidded eyes the palace sits, frayed. Doors closed, behind bleached rooms gathering dust. The gilded thrones gleam muted by dull rust. Rings worn into still walls chart neglect laid. Strata of history cleaned by no maid. No breeze, mirror shut, glass mottled with must. The explorer stands still, statues bleached white. Eyes lidded, heads empty as the room. Plans fade for a future repainted bright. Pristine comes unclean without a fresh fight. The past reigns, skeletal, holding a blank state. The gleaming potential of a tomb.
Our bodies cut like dragonflies the air, dividing, parceling the winds for later, to unwrap carefully under the stair. Like bark our skin stores fire's blinding blue flare. Earthquakes our bones shake at their equator. Arced light from the sky dances in our hair, gifts all hidden beneath surface willpower. Raging rivers subterranean, pure. Water tapped before the explorer's tower. By wild ones keepers of magic power. They alone divine the deep source obscure. Their grasp taught Lemuria to flower. Yet instead of giving, we build cages, and bury truth, hide our world from the ages.
Some say an idea can be dangerous, like creepers in the garden so serene, beneath sprawling plants twisting unseen, exposing buried heads insidious, uprooting order created for us. Frenetic vines dividing stone and stream, intent on sacrificing virgin green, and turning tended rose to wilderness. But what of those who nurse the garden fair? The curious bees darting bloom to bloom. From outside the garden's limit they be, and bring abundant life to nature's womb. Their fearsome sting may cause the meek to flee, but tangled creepers they coax to bear fruit.
Pen scratches paper, the first to attack. Some lines end, ink out, well impotent, dry. Others drip, ruining many an eye. Some run off the page and never come back. Others bleed, cloaked in gowns of black. Father above son, rarely crossing lives. Boxes and pairs line up to die. All burn as they sign the hollow pact. Treaties, trees and battle plans end the same. Under one roof executed, spell cried. Our kin ambushed in Simbel's name. Family strikes out family, for crowns red dyed. Ink on paper drips down, brows like rain. Poison pen plants a forest of pain.
They say the four from out of darkness came. Mathildas shaped cruel nature with her art. The surging ocean Sinbel's math did part. Rambert spread his wealth upon the barren plain. Aaron's spear lit the highest peaks aflame. They say at the explorer's heart lies the secret of ages to impart. Through its fire the wilderness they did tame. But if all was dark, from whence came their spark? Light dances along a chain, flaming bright, spreading out to bridge the cold, empty night. Star to star, trailing blooms of red-hot fire. Such a path must span our skies black and dark, leading to another dawn, a lost light.
My eyes wide, mirrored back, I touch the glass. Here, by my hand, Sinbel's daughter exiled, enemy of Lemuria reviled. Painted smile, loyal Oangus made her pass. Path closed to all but the criminal class. Decreed since the ancient rift was styled, a forbidden reflection, untamed, wild. Fit for those beneath the chaotic mass. On this side nothing moves, calcified. The explorers went in search of vision, yet with tradition we ourselves imprisoned new, frozen, a reflection of the past. The secret lies beyond my gaze, a journey vast. The glass I touch I do, then fall through.
Smoke boils black, fire slides on twin slicks of ice. Through cities hot, ideas dance in the bars at night. Oculi unheard of, forgotten light. Invention shapes an engine, dream device. London's exhibition halls visited thrice. The salons of Paris lit with paintings bright. Munich makes music of transcendent might. These wonders of Europe more than entice. But between glimmering bulbs most wonder, lost. The men here come and go, cloaks tight in distrust. The women tie their throats shut, all know only cost. One wears red, one blue, in flocks split they rust. Only the few whose gaze burn clear of frost, I will with Lemuria's secrets trust.
Love dissolves in the daylight, lost night scent. A hand open in the candlelight begs. Mine, I turn away, wick burned down to dregs. Czars, kaisers, princes, their charms on me spent. At dawn my heart returned what was lent. Time's harsh touch owns me, whipping at my legs. The secret steps ahead, guilt to me time pegs. To abate Lemuria's fast descent. But day has its shadows, nooks under rocks. Someone knows secrets, know who explored not. Time has its watchmaker, can stop all clocks. A meek duke trembling, gentle hands drawn. One dance banished, all light and night caught. You stood in the way and eclipsed the dawn.
The mirror's thrown open, the search begun. All these years and the answer is laid plain. It is not hidden in the archives of Spain. The secret of Rome is far more than one. All they left behind at the fall on the run. For Lemuria we now must reclaim. The explorers within their kingdom vain, a prize dropped in ruins lost from the sun. The future bright, first follow the starry night. Professor Balthazar's manuscript holds a clue if read under Aaron's right. But will it close the rift, one world unite? Time fades to evening, still closer shadows drift. Who makes this right? Not me, you, my child of light.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. I'm not sure anyone here can even read English, so I figure this letter is safe. I found the Balthazar book after you disappeared. The police gave up looking for you, but I knew better. I followed your trail, but I didn't expect this. At all. I just heard a noise. I'm worried someone's coming. I'll write more later. Sophie Ashton Ellis.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. I took a bath in a stream for the first time in my life today. I went under to wash my hair, and when I came back up, a small creature about the size of a rabbit was looking down at me. It was perched on the surface of the river itself. I thought Manhattan had hard water. This place is over the moon. I guess I better get used to it. I am starting to think I will never find my way back. I hope you're out there somewhere. Sophie Ashton Ellis.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. There is a raging storm outside, unlike any I have ever seen. Water spirits wander through the torrents of rain, wailing. Deafening crashes light up the violent sky above the plains. I'm not sure if they are caused by thunder or dragons. I've hidden in a small cave for safety. Clothes are drenched, but I managed to start a fire. Nothing to do but wait, so I'm taking the time to comb through Balthazar's book. Here's what I've learned about Lemuria so far. Lost continent. I found that one online before I came. You get to it through mirrors. Not certain whether traveling through time as well as space. Magic is real. Oh man. Is this one like the bullet point to end all bullet points? That's it for now. The fire's dying. What an adventure this is turning out to be. I hope my parents are okay. Sophie Ashton Ellis.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. This evening, while I was hunting for apples, don't worry, I used the drawings of the poison-free ones in the book. I saw a floating castle in the distance. I suppose the Queen of Light lives there? Wonder what it would be like to rule over the wilds of Lemuria. From the map, I can see it's a pretty large place. It's taken me days of wandering, and I've only seen a fraction of old Lemuria. What is outside the old part? What is the rest like? Maybe I'll get to explore it all. Hopefully, once I find you. After roasting a couple apples on the fire, I'm using the dying flames to explore Balthasar's book. I'll just write these as I go. Fairy tales aren't so tailish. Even saw a griffin yesterday. Mysterious explorers built cities here a long time ago. Some are still populated. Sophie Ashton Ellis.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. I heard strange sounds in the forest again last night. I'm worried that someone from the club followed me. I found the hut exactly where it was marked in the book, but you aren't here. Where are you? Sophie Ashton Ellis.
For Mr. Elm's eyes only. I've spied a group of men with funny beards picking plants in the forest. They look a little like the gnomes my aunt perches on the branches of her Christmas tree. From the book, I suppose these are Capilli? I noticed something I missed in the pages this time. A race that lives in the mountains and bathes in hot springs called Amera. You've circled it. That's where I'm going next. More notes from the Balthazar. A powerful secret was hidden somewhere. Although there seemed to be a lot of secrets, at least to me anyway. The Hollow Pact, a betrayal that led to some kind of war between family lines, caused by or about the rift. Afterward, someone from Sinbel's line was expelled into our world by a Queen of Light and cursed to live in darkness if she returned. The rift, something in the 1300s, must be important. Sophie Ashton Ellis.
Mr. Elm. It's worse than I thought. 2 men followed me through the mirror. They're after you. Please find this. Or better yet, I hope you're far away. One of them has a gun. I am leaving the hut and heading up into the mountains. Into the snow. If you're there, keep warm. I'm coming. Sophie.